Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Terminus Tendency, our new world of darkness, Hunted the Vigil Chronicle. And I am William, your storyteller. And joining me today, we have Jack.
Hey everybody, my name is Jack. I am playing Nikolai Dalka, member of the Ascending Ones, Order of the Southern Temple, and very unlicensed physician.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Thomas Smith, Ashwood Abbey laborer.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I am. That's where I get tripped up.
Yes.
What's my name?
Listen, we're definitely in the middle of the year. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Nina Sky, a union rock star.
We are exactly halfway through the year, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I am playing Astrid Ashwin, Knights of St. Adrian wrestler.
And John.
I'm John. I'm playing Zero Albright, the Chiron Group Atlanta Director of Operations. And I need to step away for a second, so have fun.
And since the end of the last session, 8 months have passed. It is now the middle of the next year from when last your group had convened. And that puts it squarely in the middle of COVID, actually. No, I'm kidding.
For this game, we will all be staying indoors and talking to each other via phones and Skype.
No, it's actually still like I think a year or two out from that.
Because role-playing games are an escape from reality.
So William, what you're saying is, if we fail at our quest, it's not entirely a loss.
What, do you miss COVID because the world ends?
I just want to see socially distanced fighting.
It's called a sniper rifle.
I mean, yeah.
I like the idea
Not
that
always.
we're all forced to stay inside, so our characters just start role-playing over the internet.
Right.
But no, it's still either a couple of years out or a completely different timeline because I forgot what year this campaign actually started in. But in either case, we're not dealing with COVID here.
Splendid. So glad to hear this.
This is an alternate timeline where people actually, dealt with the disease when it showed up rather than letting it spread.
So what you're saying is several packs of werewolves went into the Umbra and took out whatever
killed
fucking
the disease.
bane.
Yeah. And killed the bane that was the disease.
I think the key is that when the big virus takes everybody down, it's gonna be good at it, and it's not gonna come out before it's ready. So
Mhm.
you know,
Yolk.
the worm is still tinkering.
But let's do a brief recap of what all the group of you have been up to for the past 8 months while you've been making preparations for the infiltration of a Project Valkyrie research base that is holding the Lapis Philosophorum, and then subsequently an assault on the hidden, dangerously sealed base of the Sophic Council. So let's start with what Nico's been up to.
Nico has been knowing that Project Valkyrie pulls test subjects and stuff from the prison that's located in that area. He is chasing down leads and connections through his allies and contacts in both the local drug trade and the Russian mafia, trying to get us some sort of in or foothold that way, whether it's an actual access route or leverage on people who liaise with Project Valkyrie. Because of his line of reasoning is it's an institution that still runs. So Valkyrie doesn't just show up at the door and black bag 3 people without some of the COs, if not the warden and operations staff, being in on it.
Yeah. So go ahead and just give me a manipulation and let's see. You can do Nico. Manipulation and streetwise, and you can add your connections.
Yeah, okay. Two successes.
Cool. So I'm gonna get all of these preparation rolls out of the way as we go, and I'll cover how that has affected your final plan once everything is done.
And also, he's apartment shopping with Astrid.
Mm-hmm. I feel like between the two of you, you have enough resources to find an apartment. Unlike me.
Right.
And then with that, we'll neatly segue into Astrid. What have you been doing over these past 8 months?
Apparently apartment shopping with Nico.
Mhm.
Astrid has taken up wrestling again. It's a good distraction from everything that's been happening. And she also wants to trying to find the right word. Stalk is such a bad word. Follow some members of Project Valkyrie that work at this prison. She wants to try to find the weakest link.
Or Task Force Valkyrie, I think is the actual name of the conspiracy. But yeah. Yes, it is Task Force Valkyrie. But yeah.
Whatever they're called, she's going to stalk them.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me dexterity and stealth.
That's how Astrid's in jail for.
Hey, if it's the prison they're using, then
In jail, not.
Can I spend a willpower on this?
Sure.
3 successes.
Cool. And then while those two have been working, Nina, what have you been up to?
Not this moment.
Okay, never mind. We'll go to someone else then.
Sorry.
Thomas,
Yes.
what have you been doing for the past 8 months?
I quit school. And I tried to get a job. At the prison.
Direct approach.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me intelligence and
Oh boy.
academics.
Oh no. Really? Why
See
that?
how well you can apply for a job.
Thomas's best qualities, having just dropped out of school.
Can I just look charismatic and amazing?
You have to actually demonstrate an understanding of what you're doing and some amount of skills related to this job.
Sure, sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So, like, not wits and crafts then?
No. I'm good at
I'm a
crafts, but
mechanic.
can I spend a willpower on this?
Sure.
Sweet. I'm gonna do so.
Will
I'm
my
gonna need it.
brains to get bigger.
Your thing, Reed Richards.
2 successes.
All right. Good. Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Sarah, what have you been up to these past 8 months?
Getting surgery. And also having my contacts work on acquiring information because I don't have to do that myself. They can do it for me. So yeah, having, seeing what contacts I can pull both within the Task Force Valkyrie and also within the local governments in that area. Seeing what information I can get on how entwined the task force is with the local government of that area, how entwined they are with that prison that's nearby, exactly what they use, what they use it for. If I can get any classified information on their objectives there, aside from what we already know, confirmation of what we already know would also be good.
Roll me manipulation and either investigation or politics, and you can add your conspiracy dots.
Do I get a +1 for my looks?
You're not. You just said you weren't doing the investigating directly.
Yeah, I know. Manipulation and investigate. One success, because rolling dice, World of Darkness, etc., etc., etc. Oh wait, I forgot to add my conspiracy dots to that. Hang on.
Do it again. Get no successes this time.
Yeah, right. 5, 8. Three successes.
Okay. Nina, you're the last one left.
Okay. Yep. No, I'm good. So Nina has over the last 8 months. Unfortunately, the prison thing is something she's going to be fairly useless at, unless, and I'm assuming that there are known union members working at the prison. All things considered about what it is and etc.
I mean, it is a legitimate state penitentiary.
Right.
It's just that Task Force Valkyrie pulls prisoners from it for experimentation, and they can do that because they're the government.
Right. But I'm figuring, but maybe I'm assuming, but I would assume that Project Valkyrie would try to make sure that no other hunter groups were too intricately involved and knowledgeable of their plans.
While that's true, the thing about the union is nobody really knows who's in the union except for people who are in the union, because it's your friends and neighbors.
There. So if she does know somebody, she will try to get everything she can about the layout, et cetera, infiltration, blah, 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 blah.
Because the union is the everyman's conspiracy. Like, it's a bunch of people who are just out here to try and do right by the world.
Right.
So it's very easy for a union member to pass off in any group as not being a hunter.
Right. Got it. So yeah, then she will do that. Other than that, She's helping out with any other random thing that needs to happen for everything that everybody's working on. She is very much the person who's checking on, making sure everybody's checking in regularly. If anybody hasn't been heard from in a couple of days, she makes sure to track them down. She is keeping with her union responsibilities, making sure that the union is keeping the city safe, supernatural threats, non-supernatural threats, etc. Working on her music, just about ready to release her new album. Doing a lot of performing in the area. Showing up at Astrid's events, hanging out a lot with DJ Senti because, you know, similar business, good to make friends among the other groups. And then at some point, probably when she's found out that Thomas has dropped out of school, there will be a conversation. And by conversation, mostly it's smacking at the head. Bad. What? No.
What?
Because
Astrid told me to.
Astrid 100% did not tell you to.
I mean, she said if I wasn't like happy doing that, then I should maybe just sort of.
Should what? What are you gonna do beyond that?
I'm getting a job. I applied to 3 places, including the prison.
Okay. Are these actual jobs, or are these I'm infiltrating places so I can kill things jobs?
Yes. I mean,
are you going to be staying at these jobs once we have killed things?
It kind of depends.
The
right?
answer is no, you definitely won't, because we will have killed things at them.
If Zero takes it over, then I might stay.
You really want to be an employee of Zero?
No.
So you need to have a plan for something to do beyond this.
That question implies that Thomas is not already an employee of Zero's and just doesn't know it.
Thomas is definitely not an employee of Zero.
I feel like Nina would have checked.
You need to have a plan for something beyond this, because if you don't have anything outside of what we do, you die much, much quicker. Way quicker.
Could get a job at the Waffle House.
That's not the point. That's not the point of having a life outside of that, but it would help. It would be something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the other plan is to just go wander off in the woods, but I don't think that'll work. So.
What do you mean wander off in the woods?
Hiking was fun.
Hiking was fun. Let me just disappear from the grid.
Into the woods is not.
Listen, the boy does not have a plan.
What? At this, there is definitely a point where Thomas is carried probably over Nina's shoulder, which takes a while because she is not very strong. So there are several times that there are drops and then picked back up.
I'm not gonna resist, but I'm gonna just stand there and like look at you.
Carried back to school.
Oh, what?
Re-enroll.
What? I don't like.
Nobody likes school.
Hard, and I don't know what I'm really studying for. I just was here.
Yeah, you're a freshman though, right?
Well, sophomore-ish.
Same thing. College, like there's no difference between the two. It just means you know where all the pot is. Yeah, you're not supposed to know yet.
All right.
Find things that interest you. They literally probably teach everything here.
Okay, but
Purpose?
it's also like weird that I don't really know how I'm here and stuff. I don't. It's
That's true, but
why are
you
you
don't
doing
find
Anybody
this?
out
else
more.
does?
You don't find out more about that. Does the act of dropping out give you more information about that?
No, but I get different like.
Sign the papers.
Purpose?
Did
Sign
you
the
go to
papers, or we'll have
school?
our hacker friend sign them for you.
Did you
I
go to
very
school?
specifically did not go to. I did not go to college.
Yeah,
But
and you're fine.
let me be clear. But I had a very, very clear idea of what I was doing with my life. I had a clear idea of what I was doing with my life before I graduated from high school, which also apparently you've never even graduated from high school, but we'll ignore that for the moment
I
because
don't know.
weirdness and yes.
Yeah.
What if my purpose is to kill monsters with a sword?
Shut up, you're not helping.
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah.
I'm not good at any of this.
This is not zero.
You
This
don't-
is
first
Thomas
of
and
all,
Thomas's.
Something being hard does not mean that you're not good at it. It's not easy to write or create or perform music necessarily, but I like to think I'm good at it.
Yeah, but you enjoy it too.
I also
right?
enjoy it.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't enjoy. You only know that you don't enjoy the classes you are taking. Take different classes. Sign the paper.
Nina is the worst.
Nina's the best.
Can I just like wait until after we stop the end of the world? It's a lot of pressure. And like I missed a whole bunch of classes well, I mean
Okay,
I kind
that
of
is a
tend to miss
valid-
them anyway, but
That is a valid
it
and
didn't
fair
help
point.
missing them.
That is a valid and fair point. The only question I
What
have
if we
to
need to go to
ask,
Hawaii?
I mean, if we're going to Hawaii, we're going to Hawaii, whether you're in school or not, because it's fucking Hawaii. But the only question I have to ask is, is there any point where you'll be like, well, my heart isn't in saving all of reality because after it, I have to go to school?
Maybe a little bit.
Sign the paper.
I'm getting very strong. Nina is Domino and Thomas is Berto
I don't-
from New Fucking Mutants.
Yes.
What else has a purpose? So what's
If you don't
mine?
sign the paper, I will forge your signature. And no matter where you end up at night, where you fall asleep at night, you will wake up in your dorm.
That's not how paperwork works.
No, but that is how Colleen works.
I'll sign the
I mean,
paper.
read my mind, why don't you?
I will sign it.
All right.
Colleen, I need you to put something away. It's Thomas's body.
Now that you've done that, I am going to go get blitzed with a demon at a club. See you later. I've had too much responsibility for today.
Oh look.
And I
Can I
need to
come
balance
with?
that shit out.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, you have homework.
Well, he just re-enrolled, so there's no
Yeah,
no
you gotta-
homework yet.
I mean, that's fair.
But yeah, that's all of that stuff is basically what Nina's doing.
So the job application with the prison becomes an internship with the prison.
There you go.
Sweet. Sweet.
Very hard to go to school in Atlanta and say
It's a weekend internship.
Yeah, that's a-
There are people who go for who live in Portland and work in like Seattle.
yes, but I didn't say live. I say go to school in Atlanta
Yeah.
and work in Athens, because these are things you're typically going to be expected to do on the same day.
It
Look,
depends.
that's Thomas's problem to figure out. No. Uh,
Athens is 2-hour drive from Atlanta.
About roughly.
Listen, it's a working internship. They're just expected to be at the place and working there, and that's their learning for the semester.
Yeah, you're
Learning
a
how a
490.
prison works. Everyone
But-
else has a purpose. So what's mine? I've just been singing.
So, with all of these taken into account,
One.
account, not a count.
it's not
Um,
a count, that's the count.
Also true. But the count is also
Um,
a count.
Nina, give me give me presence and let's see. Give me presence and streetwise, and add your your friends and neighbors ranks.
Okay. That would be two.
Good. So, Nina does know a member of the Union who works at this prison in Sparta.
Okay.
And that contact basically serves as the inroad for your cell to get information into and out of the prison and try and form this whole situation. Through that contact, Zero and Astrid are able to learn which members of the prison staff are working and on the take from Task Force Valkyrie, and are able to learn who they need to tail and who they need to start getting information out of over the course of these 8 months. Over that, that same contact is able to not only approve Thomas's internship to get Thomas on as a regular person on the inside, so that Thomas will be able to be present and have an eye in the environment. They're also able to help Nico attach themselves as a doctor within the prison, so that they can get 2 sets of eyes that can be monitoring different environments here. The situation becomes marginally complicated when it comes time to try and actually get the insertion prepared, because your group has to find their way into the facility from the prison, while they're more associated with the prison than with the task force. But with some careful blackmail from the information that Zero is able to provide, using his contacts and what he's able to find and what Astrid is able to locate from stalking this individual, after finding their prime target, you do get some leverage that you can use for this individual to bring along a small group that can get in the door behind him as he is. So there is a specific time when they'll need a new body for experimentation. One of you can be posed as this incoming transfer. And what they will need from there is you will be able to bring in one guard, which would probably be Thomas, and the doctor overseeing the transfer, which would be Nico. From there, you would need, that will be 3 of you inside the facility. You would need to figure out a way to get the remaining 2 of you in there if you intend to, or you would need to try and work this as a 3-man job once you're in, but there is your insertion.
So at the planning meeting.
3 out of 5's not bad. I'll give us
No.
that.
Also, it provides us with the means to have a person on the outside with escape plan prepared and a person guarding the person on the side in case things go bad.
So, all right, the way I'm looking at this is either we have somebody who can, I don't know if Verity or somebody like that could give us something that would allow us to at least temporarily bypass security and let the other 2 in. But that's my initial go-to if we want to try and leap the hurdle of only 3 of us are inside to run this.
From the other things that you've been able to find, you have managed to locate the facility itself. It's off the grid. It is it's a few miles out from the prison itself, but it's a short enough transfer that no one really questions where the prison truck that carries the people there goes or comes from. And it appears to be largely underground because there's not a whole lot of building above ground, but you know the facility is relatively extensive based on the amount of personnel that gets seen moving around it.
We don't know exactly where the we're trying to find the chaos engine thing, right?
Yeah, you don't know where exactly the engine is.
Yeah.
You don't have any layouts on the inside.
Presumably, if they're doing tests, subject will be taken past it and be able to locate it.
Assuming that that's the, I mean, I assume it's the primary, but maybe not the only project they have running there. But
Getting inside the facility is the first step.
yes.
There is potentially a method to make an entry point for the 2 outside, as well as extraction for Project Valkyrie, or for the Task Force Valkyrie. Though, extraction may put them on edge. Infiltration would make getting in and out easy.
Or there's the possibility that one of us has something, or Colleen can just lock onto where we are once we're inside and then go and everybody's there.
We don't want Colleen to use magic in an area around a thing called a chaos engine. It's what we agreed on 8 months ago.
I know, but this is the question for Colleen. If you're going and we show up all inside, is that magic that's being done inside, or is that magic that's being done somewhere else and you just show up inside?
Well, also the other thing is we honestly don't know that I'll be affected by the chaos engine. The paradox that it generates is something that other mages deal with.
Yes. Positive theory, though. You decide to teleport someone in, and this thing we know very little about does have an effect on magic. What's the worst case scenario for the people you're teleporting in?
I mean,
Inside a wall.
complete atomic disassembly, but yeah.
So, Nico, would you like to risk complete atomic disassembly for 2 members of the party? If so, who?
No. It was a suggestion that we're spitballing here.
Yes, I understand. I'm just like to have the worst
Mhm.
case scenario on the table.
No, that's fair. That's reasonable.
I mean,
That's-
the
that's
two members of the
literally
party
your
that would
job.
be that would be on that risk based on who we've got assigned where would be Astrid and Nina, because you've got
Mhm.
Thomas as a guard, Nico as a doctor, and you as the test subject.
When Zero says that, Astrid just kind of stares Nico down for a second.
No, I don't want anything to happen to you.
So, my thought is, the two
I'm
of-
glad I also register as important in this conversation.
you're all important.
You have your own apartment.
So what you're saying is it's strictly a financial concern. Hello, I am a
Sugar Mama.
Chaos Goblin. How are you?
I'm going to pass that one on.
Thomas and Nico, having been inside the facility, do you think you can get a general idea of where the primary guard station for the prison?
Oh yeah, no, I know where that is.
Because if we could introduce a, how do we say, calculated and hard to trace accident to the primary guard station after the transfer has been initiated, there's potential to spark a significant enough prison break that will keep some portion of Task Force Valkyrie distracted, with their readily source of supplies being threatened.
I feel like that's the sort of thing they'd pass off to local authorities, but
Yeah.
not entirely.
Distracted, not necessarily completely occupied.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
when the house next door is burning down, you don't rush out with a bucket, but you do keep your eyes on it.
I mean, fair. Doesn't necessarily. Okay. So, and you're thinking that would be enough of a distraction that we might be able to sneak 2 extra bodies in.
We might be able to track the band to their home base and provide some level of ability to get in while there are alarms and presumably various other noises coming from a nearby facility that they are affiliated with.
I mean, I'm all for a good prison riot. You know me.
Yes. And if we incapacitate some amount of the guards prior to the riot, then they will have to call reinforcements from someplace, and the closest establishment is a secret research base, yes, but still. Noise is noise.
I mean, I assume the local police station is the closest place, but whatever.
Listen, the objective here is to create communications noise.
Yeah. No, in terms of muddying the waters, I think that would work great.
I feel any additional infiltration should be done on foot, not through magic. Simply because we do not know the reach of this chaos engine.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree.
But yeah, no, I'm not super techie. I just know that in most things that I have seen, you can slap a box with some lights over top of the keypad and eventually it lets you in. I assume Verity is capable of giving us something like that if we needed to, breach.
I
from
can
the inside,
probably hack
especially.
into something.
Oh, all right.
That's
Sorry, I always thought you
you
were more of like a wrench and screwdriver guy rather than a keyboard.
No, electronics.
Oh, okay.
I study electrical engineering.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
Not so much keyboard and mouse, but literally pulling the wires out.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you'll crack security. I'll be there to administer drugs as needed. and Zero sticks knives in people's necks.
I mean, I also have other options. I will need you to secure in a collection of hypodermic needles for me, though.
Yeah, what gauge do you need?
I sort of reach into a bag and pull out a taped together plastic carafe of needles, all of which are already filled.
I will take phrases I never want to hear Zero say again in my life for 500, Alex.
What is that for?
It's for a little surprise that I have cooked up.
A surprise for them or a surprise for us?
That
Them,
question.
primarily. I can
So you
demonstrate
should
if you'd like.
You could just explain
It's much more fun to demonstrate.
with words.
Words are better.
We like words.
It's a particular form of thermotechnology that requires the needles to activate.
Okay, what's the particular form?
He just smiles.
No.
Oh, no. Don't keep us in suspense. I will search the internet for spoilers.
She's pretty persistent.
They're referred to as a personal
I am, aren't I?
They're referred to as a personal defense swarm. Though a more accurate term is a personal offense swarm. I think the R&D department had issues with naming a weapon POW, though.
So
you mean POS?
Oh, sorry, POS, yeah.
So it's
You guys.
when you say swarm, are we
Nanites.
talking about like nanites? Are we talking about like a viral load? Or are we talking about an actual swarm?
An actual
and if
swarm.
so, what animals?
Hornets.
Because you wanted to demonstrate a swarm attack on us in an enclosed space?
They're entirely controlled by me.
Yeah, that makes it more comfortable.
Thank you.
Okay, so you've got weaponized bees. A big jar of fancy weaponized bees. Cool. That'll come in handy, I'm sure.
Something
How
like
many hypos do you need?
There are 25 in
Okay.
one is good for roughly 5 activation.
Jesus.
Doesn't take a lot.
And I assume that one activation equals one swarm?
Or one bee.
One activation is one swarm for a limited period of time.
Okay.
The most important thing that needs to be established at this point is that during this mission over comms, Zero is now codenamed Summer's Isle.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I did not understand that reference.
None of us
Wicker
do.
Man.
That's
Okay.
the Wicker Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I can't help it if you haven't
Also-
seen a cinematic classic. And no, I'm not even talking about the 2006 one.
I mean, I just know the not the bees meme from that.
Right. Exactly. And also the surname of Scott Summers in the 1602 reality as well.
So are we
True.
gonna
Scottius Summers Isle. Because Neil
Oh.
Gaiman is a troll.
Best troll.
So, I'll find a way to mark the van that I'm in before it leaves, so that those of you on the outside will be able to follow it at the very least.
you're the patient. You should make one of us
Yes.
can do that.
The doctor or the guard can probably mark the van.
That would also.
Do we have an escape route?
Not yet. Because we don't know what the inside looks like. So
Maybe an escape route for the outside for once you get out.
Oh, for the
Oh,
outside.
you mean like an extraction route? Once
Yeah.
we
Yes.
actually get out of the.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
assume that either my own organization or Nina's can provide a sufficient extraction point, depending on whether or not you go in it.
I think what Astrid's more after is
Caravan.
who's our wheelman.
Mm-hmm. And how are we getting you out? Like all
Yeah.
of the above, really.
Oh, we won't know how we're
That's
getting
where
out.
I'm pretty sure that's where my union person can help. Just leave the right doors open. Let us know which doors these are, or unlocked, not open. You know what I mean.
Once we have an idea of what the inside is like, we'll be able to make a better plan for how to get out. With no information going in, highly possible we'll be coming out a very different location than where we entered.
Of note, the union contact that you have is in the prison. Has
Right.
never been into the facility, but was able to point you to the people who are involved with the facility.
Okay.
But Nina's people are much easier to get on a short notice.
Yeah. Okay. And basic operation is find Chaos Engine, extract Philosopher's Stone, get out of building, get Philosopher's Stone to Colleen as soon as possible.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Should.
Where's Colleen going to be in all this?
Well, if we can designate an external extraction somewhere near there, so that we can get the stone to her as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'd say in the theater, but not on the front row.
In the lobby.
Yeah. If that's okay with you, Carl.
I mean, whatever works, I guess.
Okay, so then are we three-manning this, or are we going to try and get everybody inside?
Kind of sounds like the plan is 3.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of being on the outside, but I also feel like the more people we have the inside, the more likely it is things go wrong.
Yeah.
I agree with Nina.
There are no
If we
prison,
need to, we'll get in there.
no
Yeah.
prison break. Just follow.
And I'll mark the van.
Well then, we see what alien best to reawaken.
Do we want to see if Verity has, any
Some
kind of
toys?
cracking tools that we could use on the inside?
Yeah.
Oh, certainly.
I vote yes.
So I'm gonna make a sheet roll for Verity real quick.
Nice.
Kayla win. Zero. Good.
Nice.
So, Kayla is able to provide you some specific tools that are designed for opening electronic locks, as well as an auto pick if they have regular old-fashioned key locks.
Sweet.
Nice. Awesome.
I'll bring my own
Um,
tools as well.
And a camera bug if you can make your way to their security room. That should basically wipe all their camera feed
For
I
how
also-
long?
until the bug is removed.
Okay.
I'll also give Thomas a small mobile white noise generator. If there's an opportunity to hook this into communications, it'll be a very good way to make it hard for them to talk to each other.
Okay. Cool.
The bug basically works. If you can get into their security room, wherever their camera feed is on, you can attach it to any of the computers in there, and it'll basically render the footage useless.
Do we have anything to transport this? Because I know we have in the hideout like a lead box that we use to store, some magical artifacts before. We'll make sure we bring that.
Oh, you
So
mean
we're
for
carrying,
transferring the philosopher's
when we're
stone?
trying to reach into a chaos engine to remove a thing, we have some protection, just sort of like
So here's
divine
the
oven mitts.
thing, we have no idea how big this thing is
Nope.
or what we would need. So
I assume carrying anything that might be required to carry.
Maybe.
Carrying a lead box would be a bit much.
Okay.
yeah, like I'll have some basic safety equipment as part of the med attaché. But yeah.
That's why the amount of equipment that I'll be able to provide is limited to things that can be hidden in pockets and things that can look like medical drugs.
Okay.
Right. Nico runs into the other room, comes back with like, those tall Tupperware containers that you put like cereal in? One of
Mhm.
those, but it's just full of needles. There we go.
All right. Well then, put into motion our plan.
Yeah, I think so.
Well then, get to it.
Wolverine's on 3.
Don't know what that means.
You've never seen Red Dawn. What the fuck?
Oh, I haven't.
Never mind. I'm ashamed of you.
Look at Zero. If he's never seen Wicker Man, he's definitely never seen Red Dawn.
That's fair. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting.
I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
It might be that the two of you are the freaks.
Maybe if I didn't have to go to classes all the time.
Should drop out of school and watch more movies.
Shut up, Zero. You should take a film class
Yes.
and see if that's a career that interests you. Because there are many you can build off that.
Okay.
None that pay really well, but many that you
You're
can
good at
build off.
electronics.
Well, one that pays very well, but
None that you will get that pay really well.
all right. Let's put our plan into action.
Montage.
So-
As I prepare my disguise of Guillermo de Verona, I go into my Latin criminal back.
Ayo.
All right. So, the initial aspect of this has sort of been covered by the rules that I had you make earlier, because you've been putting preparation into this for the past 8 months. So, on the day of the transfer, Zero, it takes a few more days to get this fully into motion, because it's an amount of time to get Zero checked into a prison, into a prisoner's outfit, and established in the prison for a few days.
The first thing I do when I get in there is go up to the biggest guy and almost murder.
As is the cliche.
Yes, because it's Hunter. We are a show of cliches.
But on the day of the transfer, Zero is awoken from his prison bed by a aggressive looking guard and Thomas in a guard outfit.
So Zero, at this point, Zero, he's probably had his head shaved, so it's just stubble at this point, both on top and on the bottom. He has more tattoos than the last time you saw him, with the shirt off. They just sort of go. They're just all the way down to the wrists now and down to his waist, and just various, Spanish gang tats. He has he had invisible contact lenses in that you can't really tell that they're in, except that his eyes don't look like this, that make his eyes brown. And yeah, prison attire aside from that.
The first guard kind of roughly shoves Zero out of bed and gets him on his feet and starts marching him down the corridors.
Put up token resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just falling behind. Blending in.
And it's worth noting that this guard is the Valkyrie guard that is currently on your blackmail payroll.
Gotcha.
So he's being a little bit more rough with Zero than he needs to be, knowing that Zero is the source of the blackmail.
I see.
Have I been able to? Have they been able to like point me to where the primary guard room is?
Inside the prison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have my sword, probably, do I?
No.
This is unfortunate. I'm nervous. Okay.
I'm going to make a scene near that guard area, and hopefully we'll have set it up so that either Thomas or this guard has one of those needles, and they can sedate me while I put up a fight next to the guard room.
Well, conveniently, the guard room would be near where you would be meeting your medical attaché, so it can actually just be Nico.
Okay, there we go.
Who does the sedation?
I'm not comfortable with needles.
Hell yeah. I'll drug up some folk.
So yeah, I put up a fight. I put up a fight near the guard room.
And Nico, being given his cue, steps up when the guards begin to restrain Zero to inject his sedative.
Yep. Tweet.
Right. Using them to sort of block visual of this, the group of you sort of hear things clattering to the ground very softly as several ball bearings fall out of the pores underneath Zero's arms, like underneath his armpits and shoulders. They just sort of, like small ball bearings, just clatter on the ground. And then they unfurl. And they unfurl into small, not quite right looking hornets, all of whom have the face of Christopher Walken.
That's what?
And swarm under the door to make whoever's inside that door have a real bad day.
Why? This is the thing we didn't ask beforehand. We just said, of course, it would be Christopher Walken because John. But why Christopher Walken?
Looking for Zero.
Because it's about unsettling people. And
they're bees with faces.
Yes. And you want to get
That
the
should be
maximum
unsettling
level
enough.
of unsettling.
Gary Busey?
Gary Busey would have also been good. But see, the problem is if you go too far in a certain direction, it just becomes comical. You have to try to ride the line.
I'm not sure that you rode the line because that's the Walken approach is comical. If he's not there.
I think Gary Busey might have been deeper into the uncanny valley.
Gary Busey's already in the uncanny valley, though. That's the problem.
Here's the question.
Alec Baldwin.
Do they talk?
No, they buzz.
Good.
They buzz, but they buzz with the Walken mouth. So it's just the Walken mouth going Buzz. Buzz.
But is it Buzz in a walking voice?
Buzz. Buzz. Buzz, buzz. I'm a bee. I'm gonna stab your face now.
It is, fortunately, just a hornet noise. Just that angry, aggressive, droning.
Familiar with that.
So yeah, they're gonna go in there and make people's day real bad, and then they're going to go inert as just a bunch of ball bearings on the floor. I'm not sending all of my bees in there, just some of them.
Yeah. So
A couple dozen or so.
there's a panic attack as a bunch of hornets start to break out into the main guard room.
The best part is once I'm a certain distance away, they just turn into ball bearings again, and they're unidentifiable as anything other than ball bearings.
And then there's gonna be a few moments of like, I swear to God, there were fucking hornets from the guard chamber, and the guards that were outside on duty are like, dude, how the fuck did someone even smuggle ball bearings in here? And how high were you to mistake them for hornets?
If they live, the personal defense swarm is very deadly.
Didn't say they were murder hornets.
They are murder hornets.
In the right situation, every hornet is a murder hornet.
Because they're going to be swarms are measured by their size in yards in yard radius. A swarm generally inflicts 1 die of bashing damage to anyone within its radius. A swarm can inflict more damage by condensing. Every time the swarm condenses to cover half its full area, it inflicts 1 additional die of damage. If a swarm manages to condense itself down to a 1-yard radius, which is what they're doing, they deal 4 bashing damage per turn.
Well, 4 dice.
Sorry, 4 dice of bashing damage per turn. So I don't know if you want to roll that, but
And it will be relevant, but it's not worth rolling dice right now because they're serving as a panic button.
yeah, cause panic and then let loose the dogs of war.
But
So once the panic begins, I assume Nico is just trying to hustle everybody along to the van where we need to get this prisoner to.
yeah, so the 2 guards and the doctor hurry the prisoner along. And the group of you get into the prison truck where the primary guard begins driving with Thomas in the back to watch over the prisoner, and with the doctor in the passenger seat,
who rolls down the window and leans his hand out to get some air after that nightmare. And also mark the vehicle.
as you place a tracker on the side of the van,
Yes.
which probably would have also been provided by Verity.
Uh-huh.
And then as the remainder of you, being Nina, Astrid, and Colleen, nearby the prison in a separate vehicle, with Colleen holding the tracker, the other end of the tracker, sees it begin to beep. We have a signal.
Would Nina or Astrid be driving?
That's up to you guys, but
Either way,
Whose car is it?
it's a car because he has to be carrying the group of you, and presumably with enough room for everyone else to pile in.
yeah.
So probably a truck, all things considered.
Do we still have the brothers' van?
They took
They
it, I'm
didn't
pretty
take
sure.
it. They
Oh,
didn't
they
take
didn't
it
take
across.
it?
I assume they didn't
We
take
didn't
the
take
van
the
across
Vatican
the ocean.
for what that's worth.
Yeah, I think. Was the van even theirs, or was it just something they had bought while they were in town?
Oh no, it was theirs.
Yeah.
It would have been. It would have been left.
I feel like the Mulcahy's would have dropped that back off with the church.
With the church,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Darn it. What a good image.
A church van just driving up towards the
Ice
facility.
cream
Yeah,
van,
that
an
was really
ice
good.
cream van with a loudspeaker on top playing Ave Maria.
Yes, it was an ice cream van with a loudspeaker on top playing Ave Maria.
We could have rented either a van or a truck for
Yeah,
this.
you can have a large enough vehicle for everyone.
We have enough money. There's a
But
Yeah.
can we rent an ice cream van?
Want to?
yeah.
No.
You can have it be an ice cream. You can have it be an ice cream van that instead of playing Ave Maria, just plays any random Black Sabbath song.
No, because we don't want to be that. That's the point. Is we want to be low key. We don't want to attract attention.
We want to be
us.
low key, not low key.
Right. Mm.
So no, like rent a van, absolutely get it detailed to be like a church van because a church van would 100% be outside of prison,
Oh yeah.
and
Mhm.
nobody would question it for a second.
Nope.
Are you and Astrid dressed up like nuts?
Absolutely not.
No way.
That would be the perfect disguise.
If that
I-
is suggested, Nina says, I would, but I'm pretty sure the habit would catch on fire.
I just wanted that would be how it would play out in the movie, though. Like it would just hard cut to Astrid and Nina in the van, looking like the most out of place nuns in existence.
And it would catch on fire
Like Nina just
because I
smoking
would
out the
take it
window.
off angrily and burn it.
I just like the idea of someone suggesting it, and then it's Nina going no. Smash cut to the two of them in habits outside of a prison, looking the most upset in the world.
And again, just Nina like chain smoking out the window in the
Right.
the nun's habit.
If she had to do it,
The
it's not
nun
like
just
she would.
covered in tattoos.
Yeah. If she had to do it, it's not like she would hate it. She would appreciate the irony of it, but she just doesn't think it's a good idea.
And then, like, the instant the disguise is not needed, they both throw the habits off. Astrid shoots it. Nina sets it on fire.
Great.
100%.
Splendid.
Look, everyone else is playing dress.
So who's driving? Astrid or Nina?
Nina can drive.
So Colleen gives you the signal, and you start driving, keeping a good distance, but following behind the prison van.
The problem is Nina would insist on it being the nun outfit that Nyla Rose wears on Being the Elite episodes, which I shared in Roll20.
Wondrous.
I just like the subtitle of no descriptor.
I mean, but also kind of hilarious when I realized I owned the same nun's outfit as Nyla Rose, as the tweet says.
Work from far away.
But yeah,
Okay.
Nina is driving.
But yeah, so the prison van arrives at the facility.
On the road, I'm sort of just testing the manacles and seeing how easy or hard it would be to get out of them.
For realism, they're pretty tight on there. You would need to exercise some of that superhuman strength to try and break them.
Just checking.
You could theoretically snap the chains connecting them with your claws, but
Don't do it yet.
No,
I was
I'm
gonna say.
not going to be breaking out of them now. I'm using this time of privacy to fully inspect them, so that I have an idea of what will be needed when I need to get out of them, if I can't get out of them a different way. You know, finding the weak points, finding the flex points, finding all the parts that I would need to damage.
it will be
off.
significantly easier to break the chain connecting the manacles than it will be to break the manacles themselves.
Although I assume we have keys for these. We've got 2 guards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have keys. I don't. Is the
Right.
thing. That's why I say if I
Yeah,
need to.
But if it comes down to it, yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
Because there's no place on my body to put them. There are 2 places on my body to put them, but it would look weird to do it in transit.
But the prison van arrives at the facility, and the guard helps get Zero out of the van with Nico and Thomas. And he proceeds to walk the group of you up to the door, uses his key card to open it, and walks the group of you inside. And you find yourselves in the middle of a severely unused but heavily camera monitored what looks like a front, like the front desk of what would be like a small doctor's office.
Mhm.
Everything is very white and pristine and tiled, but the desk that would have like a receptionist behind it is completely empty and doesn't look like it's been manned in a while. But there are cameras everywhere. And he walks the group of you up to the next door, opens it with his key card, and walks the group of you through the door into the hall. And then this is the point at which, as part of your agreeing to work with him, he has requested that the group of you stage knocking him unconscious, so he has plausible deniability for why you got away from him.
So, all right. So he's just let us in.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we probably arranged that, there was going to be some sort of assault, but instead, as he turns to close the door, Nico just pulls out the syringe that would have been more effective were I actually trying to tranquilize Zero, and just stabs him in the neck with that.
Mhm.
Just-
And he collapses.
Are we in an area where there are no cameras?
In just this hall, you are just outside of camera coverage because the cameras were just looking at you as you walked into that hallway.
yeah,
Excellent.
just cross under those. Yep.
Right.
And then
Close the door, not all the way, but like enough that it looks like it's all the way.
Mhm.
Hold the cuffs out towards Thomas.
Like click.
Strip this guy of his outfit and put it on.
there you go.
While I'm doing that,
Quick change.
reach into Nico's bag and pull out the sunglasses that I had hidden there. On.
Too bad we couldn't bring the sword.
Yeah, not until you can shrink that down into something that fits in an 18-inch bag.
I'm
kiddo.
sure there are going to be more fun things to grab on the way through.
I mean, I wish I had my submachine gun, but I don't have that either.
So what does this? So how does the clothes that he's had on him fit me?
Not ideally. You are significantly taller and somewhat broader than him.
Can I make it work?
You can look like someone who is wearing clothes that have been shrunk.
Good enough. What kind of gear did he have on him?
The equipment that he was carrying was a stun baton and a handgun.
I will. Does Thomas have a stun baton as a guard?
Yes.
Okay.
But he was not one of the guards that was assigned a handgun because he's supposedly an intern.
Yeah. I will take the handgun.
Darn it.
I will shove it in Nico's bag, where it can be concealed. I will take the stun baton, put it in the belt. Take whatever else I need to look like a guard on my belt. I'm gonna try to make up for the outfit not fitting by putting gear on in places where it will like sort of distract from the fact that the outfit doesn't work. As best I can.
Can I assist with that? Because I'm pretty good at disguises and stuff.
One or both of you can roll me just presence and subterfuge to try and fix that disguise.
I have 1 dot of subterfuge.
I've got 4 dots total and all that. So.
I've got 3 dots in that, but I also thing for being a spy.
Okay, I've got like downplay and
That would apply.
Yeah, professional training would apply for disguises.
So that would make it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go ahead.
Presence. Into willpower.
And as you guys are getting set up, Nico is putting on Eye of Ra. So he's got slight kind of vaguely darkened, slightly Egyptian hieroglyphs that he's dabbing on with an eye pencil
Do I get any
and a
bonuses?
little compact mirror.
Do I get any bonuses for Thomas helping me?
I'll give you +1.
4 successes.
All right. You managed to make it work.
So yeah, have left the door not closed so that it looks closed, but not closed so that it'll latch.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what we can see in the hallway, can we determine a next like a path to go? Like, are there lines in the floor or anything like that?
There are indicators, but they're all marked with project names, so you're not able to tell exactly what's where. You're just able to see that, like, project field A is this way, B is this way. Like, they're all
Anything
delineated, but not clearly.
Anything more
There's-
generic, like security?
Yes, there is a marker for where security is at.
So I'll point towards that. Look at the other two.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's find a map.
Head towards security.
And I assume we came up for some sort of cover story as well, because at this point, we're not escorting a prisoner. We are literally 2 guards and a scientist.
There were bees.
In a trench coat.
Yes. 2 guards and a scientist all in the same trench coat.
Yes.
So as to sneak into an R-rated movie. Yes.
Yep.
I'm just gonna walk with purpose.
Yep.
Surprising how much that works.
Oh yeah.
It really does.
If you just act like you know where you're supposed to be,
Make it with
so many
confidence.
times they
That's
don't
why I'm.
stop you.
That's why I'm wearing the sunglasses so that they can't tell that I'm looking around.
Got into it at least 3 cons early
will-
because of that.
Yeah, I will also. I will also activate. I will also activate my devil eyes at this point. Now that they're hidden behind the sunglasses, because I feel like activating something called devil eyes would be visibly noticeable once they're active. The sunglasses hide it. Devil eye. Wits plus empathy. Would you consider reading people to be an effective specialization for using the devil eyes? They allow me to see people's auras.
Not quite the same skill set,
Okay,
I'll say.
Again, it's that's very much the difference between old world and new world aura reading.
Mhm.
Old world, you can get people's emotional state.
Mhm.
I mean, you can get people's emotional state from the aura as well in New World.
But there's a difference between I can read body language and I'm skilled at that, and I am particularly adept at making out someone's ethereal aura.
Yeah, I figure aura reading might be a specific thing.
Yeah,
Spending willpower.
I would say you could take a specialization with the devil eyes specifically if you wanted to.
7 successes.
Look
That's
at
an
him,
exceptional
10,
success.
son.
Nice.
So with an exceptional success.
And,
Um,
for the listeners' benefit, 7 successes on 6 dice.
Because there were no less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10s.
For every success rolled, the hunter can clearly discern one aura color of one individual in their line of sight. They can allocate their successes however they like. They spend all of them on getting a detailed perception of an individual's state of mind, or they might try a quick characters. An exceptional success is as no ordinary successes, but the total number of successes rolled is applied to all characters in line of sight. So I get 7 successes worth of aura reading on everybody I can see while they're active.
All right.
Aura signifiers are on page 186 of the core book.
Yeah, cool.
All right. So as we're moving, Nico is just keeping his eyes and ears peeled for anything that might look like a problem or an opportunity. He's in full-on just assimilate information mode.
Same.
All right. So as you march on, you make your way down to the security room. And meanwhile, on the outside, Colleen, sort of sitting in the back of this van, kind of looks at the facility from the vantage point that you've got on it, being like not directly outside of it, but near enough that you can see what's going on the outside. And you're just kind of, that place is bleeding paradox. I hope nobody tries anything even remotely magical, because if they're not me, it's probably not going to go well.
We don't have any mages in there, so it should be fine, right?
Bye, Nico.
Do we have comms to communicate with the people on the inside?
Nope.
I mean, Nico's got his cell phone, but I don't know if
that's
Yeah.
about it. And it's not going to get any reception inside this
I was
bunker.
gonna say,
To
I
be
feel like they
fair-
probably got that blocked out.
To be fair, at least obviously different, slightly different saying stuff. Typically, the only way you invoke paradox if you are an awakened mage doing magic.
Yeah. Which
So
may or may not be relevant.
yeah, legit.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
If he
If-
dies, I'm gonna kill him.
Fair.
I know how that sounds, but yes.
No, absolutely fair. I mean, let's be honest. When he dies, it'll probably be Zero or Thomas's fault.
Don't discredit Nico's ability to endanger himself. Nico's
Specifically because I think Zero will do something shady, or Thomas won't be paying attention and will do something Thomasy.
Or Thomas will try to be a hero.
Yeah,
Again.
or that. We'll just get in the, hey, I was killing things. It was fun. He can't kill anything yet. He hasn't done his homework.
Don't get dessert until you eat your vegetables.
You don't get murder until you finish your trigonomics.
So, we're looking for opportunities.
But yeah, so the group of you make your way to the security room. The door is code locked.
All right,
Which means
I'm
that-
gonna do my thing.
which means that you'll either need to open the door yourself or apply one of Verity's door breakers.
Is
Can
there
she
a
give us
limit to
how
how
many of
many of
those?
those we have, or?
You got one. It's repeat
Yeah.
use.
Okay.
Okay.
It just has a chance to fail if you use it wrong.
Yeah,
Ah.
it just can break.
I'll save that then, because we're not that. I'm assuming that's a lot faster than me just like messing with the wiring.
Faster
stuff.
and quieter.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that since we haven't really been spotted yet, as far as we know. So
Well,
I'll save that.
I'm assuming There are cameras in this hallway.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nico's
we're
gonna look around and be like, "All right, where are we being observed from?" Before we try and break into the security bureau.
Yeah.
There are at least 3 cameras in this hallway, one of which occasionally will pan over and see where the door to the security room is.
They're gonna know we're here.
Okay.
But
Are they like the
So-
little like mounted ones on the arm with the rotate kind of
Yeah.
thing?
So walk up to the door pad, step in such a way that it looks like I'm watching Thomas come to open the door, but have my back to the camera so it hides the pad. And then I'm just gonna make a swiping motion rather than this.
yeah. I'll step up and try and make it look like I am doing just normal things. Totally normal. This is fine. It's normal.
Roll me. I'm assuming you're gonna use the door breaker.
The one that Barry gave? No, I'm just gonna use like tools because I figure we'll save that for like when we need to get through in a rush.
Well, while the cameras are watching you fiddle with the door for a good couple of minutes.
This is a
Okay,
time to
never
rush.
mind. Yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll do it now then.
Once we get the cameras
Let's just-
offline, then we can take.
Yep. Yeah.
Roll me
All right.
Dex and Crafts. Your jury rigging specialty will apply.
Sweet. What specialty give me again in this one?
+1.
+1.
Cool. One success.
That's all you needed.
Sweet.
It only has a chance to break if you fail.
Cool.
So you apply the code breaker, and it fiddles. It whirs for like it whirs like with this very minor like gear turning noise for a couple of seconds, and then there's a click, and the door is open.
The way in.
Open the door.
On the interior, you can see it is an armory with a station for monitoring. There appears to be 2 people inside the room right now, both of which are currently monitoring cameras. And it looks like one of them is, as you are opening the door and entering, is about to turn and greet what he thinks is another member of the guard shift coming to see him.
Yep. I'm gonna walk up to him at a steady but I have things to do pace, and I'm going to insert my fingers into his throat.
These are just humans, so
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and Nico's pulling out some sedatives.
so roll me.
Actually, no. I would have, if I knew Nico had sedatives on him, I would have held a hand out towards Nico as I walked past.
Okay.
Hopefully, get a needle put in my hand.
Sure.
Yeah, and so I'll sort of walk straight up and just into the neck.
All right, so I'm assuming both of you are trying to apply your sedatives here.
Yeah. Do we need to roll initiative on this, or do we get the drop on them close enough?
You have the surprise on them. You just need to successfully inject them. So from both of you, I'm gonna need dexterity and medicine. They have no defense to apply here because they're completely surprised. So you just need to get a success.
I'm a roll of willpower just to be on the safe side.
Does my amputation specialization in medicine apply?
Not in this case.
No.
How
That depends on how hard you are jabbing those fingers into its throat.
needle?
4 successes for Nico.
Another willpower. Let's do it. Let's spend all the willpower. Spend all the willpower on the things I'm not good at. 2 successes.
Partly what it's there for.
Like I said, all you needed was a success. So the 2 of you immediately just sort of step up, inject, and 2 people collapse.
What? Does something bad happen in New World Darkness if you run out of willpower, like it does in Old World?
No,
Not really.
Okay, good.
it doesn't really even happen in Old World unless you're a werewolf.
Yeah, Old World has
feel like
some
they're-
very particular stuff about werewolves
And
and,
vampires. I feel like, isn't it?
Eh,
Vampires is when you run out of blood.
I feel like there's also something bad that happens when you run out of willpower.
if you run out of willpower and you are a vampire, it's not smart because
Right.
willpower is important for a lot of things, including any potential blood bonds, resisting domination, resisting
Frenzy.
the frenzy,
Frenzy and
Rot
Rotshrek,
Shrek.
right?
Like
Mhm.
there's a whole bunch of reasons why you
You-
don't want to, but there's no like you get negatives to
Yeah.
something.
Right. There's no active immediate penalty. It's just if bad things happen, you are up shit creek at that
Yep.
point.
Which is still the case here in New World.
Right. To an extent.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Go
Thomas, cameras.
Yep, on it.
closing the door to the security room.
Once again, because you're just applying a piece of technology you've been given, apply me dexterity and crafts, and jury rigging applies.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nico's looking around in this armory to see what sort of weapons they have.
And also,
So
do either of these guards have better suiting or better fitting outfits for me?
one of the security guards here is more your dimensions.
Good. Swapping.
I love how Zero is literally hitmanning his way through this.
Exactly. Take out, change clothes.
Change clothes. Should have brought you a duffel bag, man.
I'm sure there's one in here. We definitely put the other guard in my prison clothes, by the way. So he's just like an unconscious prisoner lying on the ground.
Oh.
Classic.
So you immediately you plug the device into their camera system, and all of their camera records and all actively written records are currently being overridden with a zettabyte of explicit images.
Sweet.
Proud of you, Kayla.
All right.
I get distracted by that a little
Thomas,
bit.
focus.
Anyway.
Thomas, stop looking at porn.
Grab the key cards off these guards. Let's go get our fallen guard, get him in here before someone comes across his body.
Yep.
All right. Well, you two have muscles, so you
Yeah.
go do that.
We'll do
I'll
that.
keep a eye down.
Nico, keep an eye here. Also go through their inventory so he doesn't use.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, in the advanced armory, because you are in a Task Force Valkyries facility,
Get all these things we can get.
equipped and ready to use within this facility, you can find on this particular armory's racks. You are able to find two assault rifles, each which have several magazines worth of etheric rounds.
Okay.
Ghost bullets.
Yep. Where's my fucking pen?
Should also check with the janitor, see if he's carrying around any infinity stones in his little cart.
They use them as paperweights.
We
Yeah.
use these as paperweights.
You have 3 Witchbusters available.
Okay. 3 Witchbusters.
2 pairs of etheric goggles.
Okay.
A bleeder.
All right.
And 2 stabilizer grenades, or equalizer grenades. Sorry, is the name.
If I'm remembering my entries correctly, the bleeder is probably a little big for us to carry. Isn't that thing about the size of a jackhammer or something?
Yes, it was about the size of a
Okay.
jackhammer.
So he'll sort of lean that to the side, and the rest of it's going in his med bag, and he's strapping both ARs on his shoulders like Rambo, and waiting for somebody to come back who can actually carry these.
The other thing that you do find actually in this place, in this armory, presumably because security would need it, is a pair of small syringe vials.
I know it.
Okay. Can Nico try and ID those while he's waiting?
If you look at it, roll me intelligence and occult if you have a specialization in other hunter organizations that'll apply.
I do not. It'll just be a flat roll there. Is this something you can spend willpower on, or is this more if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't?
If you know it, you know it. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also another gun that you would need to identify.
Okay. Well, I got 2 successes on the vials.
So the vials are munin serum, which is basically it's an injection that qualifies as it's the flash stick from Men in Black in injection form.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So we've got 2 vials of memory erasure tonic, basically.
Basically.
Okay. And then same with the gun, intelligence and occult.
Yep.
4 successes on that one.
You're looking at a Mjolnir cannon.
How big is this thing?
It's a very big, like, man portable rifle.
Okay.
It like the weapon resembles an exceptionally bulky assault rifle, which is could say size 3.
Right.
And it looks like a sci-fi, like, Starship Troopers gun, basically.
Yeah, this is not the vehicle-mounted version.
Right. This is the 4-dot version, not the 5. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, and the etheric goggles, are they the 2 or the 4-dot version?
2-dot.
2-dot. Okay. All right then.
Yeah, the Mjolnir cannon literally looks like the Marita 2 assault rifle from Starship Troopers.
Oh, okay. Nico will just be like, "These guys are pop culture junkies? What the oh. Okay." All right. So he'll have all that assembled when everybody comes back.
We go to get an unconscious guard and drag him back to the armory.
So you pile the unconscious guards within the armory, and you've gathered your equipment. But I'm assuming that before you messed up the cameras, you got a layout
Yes.
from the facility computer.
Please, yes. Did I see anything that looked like where we're supposed to be going?
So this facility is laid out sort of reminiscent of a cross in structure, where it's sort of like there's a central hallway structure that branches off in 4 directions, and each of these central directions, like, aside from you're coming from the main from the south end of this cross, and each of the 3 other directions you can go seems to be devoted to a different branch of study.
Okay.
And heading straight down to the opposite end of the building, at the far end of the structure, is where experimentation appears to be going on with the Chaos Engine.
Okay. I think we just go straight.
Well, first we get the others in here. Now that we have control of the security room, we can more easily bring in reinforcements. We'll need to take... Was there any sort of large container we can shove these bodies in? Like a convenient icebox or something?
No, but you can literally shove them into armory lockers.
Good. Take their gear off, shove them into lockers.
Treat them like nerds in high school.
Yeah.
Right.
They are nerds in school.
To be clear, go forward, not go straight.
Yeah, fair.
True.
Did we pass any guards on the way in?
It looks like the majority of the guards here are going to be inside individual experiment rooms, like keeping eyes on active subjects.
Okay. But like through the front entrance, though, there weren't anybody back there that
No.
we passed. All right.
This facility seems to be relying on a small staff and its secrecy to get by. So all the guards are going to be in places of active danger rather than patrolling the halls.
So Nico, you've got a bag at least. Take these uniforms. Go get the others. Give them the uniforms. Meet us back here.
Nico's looking around. Is there any sort of like external comms set up here? Because like he's
There is
already
an intercom system here, yes.
Okay, but there's nothing that would directly like dial out of the facility in a non.
No,
Okay.
this place is meant to be secretive. They do not need microphones to head to the outside.
Okay, yeah, no, all right, yeah, no, he was just like, can I raise somebody's cell phone from in this room? But if he can't, then yeah, he'll go back out, and once he's in open air, we'll try to get a cell signal, and call everybody else in.
You imagine there's probably like an emergency signal tower for getting alerts out if there's like a project breach, but that's probably not accessible from the regular security room.
Yep, that's fair. Yep. So he will. We've already overwritten the cameras. Yep. He'll take one of the regular assault rifles. He'll point the Mjolnir cannon towards. Well, you two can fight over that, but give them a rundown on basically everything else that's here. And then go get everybody else.
I look at the Mjolnir cannon. I look over at Thomas. This is for Astrid. I don't think either one of us use firearms very well.
I mean, I'm okay at it. But yeah.
To be specific, the Mjolnir cannon is a lightning gun.
Yeah, I've got dexterity. My total dexterity firearms is 3.
Yeah. Did I have my sword outside, or did we just not bring it because we weren't sure whether we'd be able to get people inside?
Could probably be in the van.
I mean, I feel like if it's anywhere, it's probably in the vehicle with Colleen, Nina, and Astrid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you would literally have to go get it yourself because we certainly can't bring it to you.
Oh, that's right. Well, shoot. Are you good in here, Mika or Zero?
Hi.
Cool.
I didn't come across entirely.
I said, why?
I'm just gonna go outside and grab the sword.
You know they're not going to be able to bring the van right up to the building.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to walk out in a guard uniform, some amount of distance away, grab a sword, carry it all the way back.
Fine.
We have weapons here. Grab something.
I look over the stuff and am dissatisfied.
Don't want to bring our escape vehicle to the front door.
Yeah, but I want my sword.
So Astrid's phone rings.
Oh, both of the assault rifles, by the way, are outfitted. The regular assault rifles are outfitted with Gungnir multifunction targeting systems.
Ooh.
Because this is a Valkyrie test base. They're going to have all their good shit here.
Anyways, Nico calls Astrid.
Yep.
Ring.
You dead yet?
No, we took out their security base though. So if you guys want to come on in, we can light this candle.
All right.
You could probably see the door, and he'll sort of wave in a general direction.
Can she see him waving?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got visual on the place, even if you're not close.
Astrid will turn to Nina. You want to go in? Nico says we're good.
Look back at our breathing MacGuffin in the back seat.
Should we take
Yay,
her?
nay?
Colleen looks at the two of you like,
Do you
Am I
want to
going?
come? I'd rather not leave you here.
Yeah, you're definitely not staying here. So it's just a matter of, you're not staying here by yourself. So it's simply a matter of whether one of us is staying here or not.
I mean,
I'm good either way.
I guess we can all go in. I don't know.
I'm going in. You two can figure it out. Astrid gets out and starts to walk in.
See, now this is FOMO. I'm going in.
Fine.
So, Colleen, Astrid, and Nina enter the facility.
Once they all get to the security room. Right? I hand Colleen a gun. No magic. I know it doesn't hurt you, but it might hurt the rest of us.
As Colleen kind of walks through the facility, you can see that she's kind of got like this hair raising on the back of her neck sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that paradox.
Well, that's certainly something that then you are 100% not doing your usual stuff with.
Well, then let's see if we can shut that down.
Yeah, that's getting to the point that honestly, it's so concentrated. I think that might have bad effects for normal people that get too close to it.
Oh, good.
Which is
And
probably why
seeing
they're
that-
experimenting on random people.
And seeing that nobody else has picked it up, Nico walks over, grabs the Mjolnir cannon, and comes back and says, I got you an early anniversary present.
Thank you. She'll hug him. Take it.
Yeah, Nico, you, Nina, and Astrid are the gun users. So
You
You
officially,
used to
you
be a
officially have
spy.
you officially have a laser rifle.
yes, I used to be a spy. I can use a gun, but I prefer knives.
Okay, fine. Well, when I find some lightning knives, I'll let you have those.
Zara, that's not because you're a spy. That's because you're a psychopath. Because it's the only people that prefer knives over guns. The people who can actually feel who want to feel the blade piercing into the flesh.
Actually, it's because it's easier to get knives into enclosed spaces than guns.
Maybe at one point.
William, look at the chat.
So while you guys are getting geared up, we'll go ahead and take a break there.
All right, if you're watching on Twitch, remember, this is when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, grab your drinks, do whatever you need to do, use the bathroom, and stay tuned for these commercial messages. We're back. A dinosaur story.
Welcome back, everyone. So,
Why are
you've
you making
gathered
that
up
face, Jeremy?
a variety.
It's a movie.
Of all the references you could have made.
I make
so.
that. I have made that reference almost every time I've said we're back.
There is
It hasn't
no way
gotten
you
better.
made that reference every time.
Always, we're back. A dinosaur story.
I've
Nope.
never heard it happen before, but I'll take your word.
Thank
for
I
you.
likewise never
Oh
heard
my
it.
Just
god, I
shows-
legitimately thought I was losing my mind.
Just shows how little attention you all pay to me.
No. You definitely do not do that
You
most of
don't.
the time.
I will.
Maybe
go,
you did it once and no one heard
I'll go make a compilation clip.
Please do.
it.
I don't say it every time, but I have said it more than once.
I'm sure that
I believe you've definitely said it more than once.
you have definitely, like, the only thing I remember is, and we're back. Okay, so
We're back. A dinosaur story.
maybe you
I've-
just murmur a dinosaur story.
I recall hearing it at least once before.
It's possible that it's also possible that it's not being picked up by the microphone. This has happened
Yeah.
before.
That's why I was like, what?
I'm glad it got through this time.
I will note, however, to issue a statement for something that Jack pointed out. The Gungnir targeting systems have been hacked.
Oh, okay. So we have the
Because
hacked version.
This is a place that is dealing with potentially dangerous human targets.
Okay. Never mind. We can shoot people with these things.
Good. Always a pleasure. Anyways,
As much as Task Force Valkyrie likes to say they come down hard on people who hack their Gungnir targeting systems, when the primary threat of your facility that you're supposed to be protecting might be the human people you're bringing in for test subjects, you let it slide.
but yeah, Mara, if we're using the stun batons for the stun gun feature, we don't actually need to make a weapon for it because stun gun doesn't have a damage score. It's
Oh.
just a dexterity weapons check, and your successes are negatives until you go over their size.
Yep.
So you just need the weapon for the collapsible baton if you're going to use it for beating people.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yep.
want to beat them.
Which would
Mhm.
apply your light blades fighting style, but not your heavy blades because it's a one-handed stick.
Yep.
Blade, it's a
Yeah, but you can swing it like a sword.
it's a blunt.
It's not my sword though. It feels all wrong.
You like
Don't
to,
like it.
would you like to hold two? Would that make it better?
No, it
'Cause
would
then
not.
at least both your hands are grasped around Rod.
Mm,
Unhelpful.
Really? Really, Zero?
That wasn't Zero, that was me.
Really? Really, John?
Yes, really. I have a condition.
That's
You're
an
gonna use that as a
explanation
defense
that's not
forever,
an
aren't you?
excuse.
Yes, I am. I didn't say it was an excuse. It's a reason. I love I have a condition as a response to anything. It's just so, it's so that doesn't make it better, but it's funny.
All right, so you've geared up and you know where you need to go.
And we helpfully have 2 more guard uniforms for the 2 more people that have come.
Well, there are 3 more people that have come in.
There is
Oh,
absolutely
yeah, there's 3. Yeah.
1000% no way anybody is buying Colleen as a guard.
Yeah.
The pink hair kind of gives it away.
Also, I think I'm green currently. Actually, no, it's
You
been
are.
8 months.
What?
It's like multicolored currently.
oh, your hair. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, when did you dye your skin green? I'm very confused.
That's where you went with that.
Yes, I don't.
Mara,
I mean, do not put it past Nina just to
Not-
show up in green body paint. at
Not
some
everyone
point,
is the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, it's like
Listen,
green and blue and purple, and like it's a whole collage
Well,
currently.
We can at least, if most of us are in uniform, stolen uniform, we make a large enough group that people won't look too closely at the person that's not in uniform in the middle of the.
Also, you can at least tuck most of your hair under a cap, which they do have uniform caps.
Her hair is canonically waist length. You cannot tuck that shit under a cap. You can hide it down your back down a shirt, so she
I mean-
can cover most of it up. But
My hair is almost waist length. It's like down to the middle of my back, and I can hide most of it under a hat.
depends
Uh,
how
Yeah,
thick
but
it
not
is.
all of it.
very strongly on the hat.
Like
Not under
there's like-
not under this hat. You can.
this hat. This cadet cap, I can hide most of my hair under.
Most is not all. Anyways, do you the two of you get into disguises?
Astra does.
Nina just absolutely deadpans. I'm allergic to guard clothing fabric.
Are you alert? Are you also allergic to bullets?
Not allergic. I'll be in the center. It'll be fine.
All right, then Colleen's wearing the guard uniform.
Okay. Colleen puts the guard uniform on.
Right. Well,
If
now
it's,
that
a,
we've
it's a choice between calling me. Fine, I will wear the fucking guard. uniform. If the bullets go flying, let's have the person we 1000% need alive walking out of this in the middle.
I figured you'd eventually see reason.
I'm not seeing reason. I am capitulating to the mob.
can we get moving? Because yes.
Yes, let us go find our target and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Lead the way.
This way. Head off. Looking
So you make your way down, and you march to the facility that has the largest single room in the wing that is doing the experimentation they're looking for, which is the one that contains the testing facility for the Chaos Engine. Based on the layout that you got, there is an observation room before you actually get to the test chamber, which is probably occupied with the scientists doing the experiments and the guards watching over them.
Could we bypass that, or do we have to go through that to get to
You
the...
have to get to the observation room to get to the actual engine.
All right.
Any test subjects are brought through, presumably in manacles, past the observation room.
Do we know, based on the information we have, if the observation room is soundproofed from the main
Oh, definitely.
experiment room? Okay. They will definitely have to hit a button to warn people in the main
Also,
room
it's
if we
also
get
it's
violent.
almost definitely one-way window.
Perfect.
So unless you shoot that glass out, it'll be hard to tell what's going on.
Nico, how many more doses do you have?
6 to 10, depending how big they are.
Okay. Let's each take a needle. We can get as many of them unconscious with that before we have to start fighting. Our chances increase. Aim for the guards first.
All right.
All right.
Aim for the guards. The scientists are going to be the ones going for the warning bells first.
Yeah, so the guards are going to be the ones shooting first.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists will
wrong.
be able to be taken out much gentler. Guards will.
They'll bring a much larger force on us.
If we're not fast enough.
Yes, but they won't be shooting at us while we try to stop them.
All right.
We don't. If we want to avoid as many casualties as possible, the guards should be our first target. And if there aren't very many of them, or if we have enough to handle all of them, anyone else next.
Do your devil eyes allow you to see auras through walls?
What do your devil eyes?
What do my devil eyes see? Please look. I don't think so. It's I have to be able to see them.
Okay.
Like I will be able to see auras through cameras, but not through. I can also hinder the non-guards with swarm.
Okay, well, let's do this then.
Is there a key?
You come up,
Is
you
there a
come up to the
keypad?
door. Yes, it is. It is electronically locked.
Pull out the security card that we got.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
It's
So
not for this door.
So you
That's-
open the door. The door clicks unlocked,
Ching.
and you push it open.
Open. Walk in with purpose.
On the interior of this door, you enter into an observation room. There is a computer console on the far wall underneath the one-way mirror that is observing into the room beyond. You are immediately struck by the smell of ozone bleeding through the wall, as the environment around you seems almost palpably charged. In this room are four men in guard uniforms and a pair of scientists in lab coats observing the scene beyond, as a single individual strapped in a vertical position on a gurney, completely wrapped up in manacles and straitjacket, is thrashing wildly on the inside of this room. His hair is long and disheveled, and he is resisting with almost a seizure-like motion as he is trying to break free, as he is having some kind of painful reaction to the energies being emitted by what appears to be a large circular turbine machine with several different moving parts on the other side of the room that is emitting a unhealthy red glow that seems to be centered on moving parts circling around a large blood red stone about the size of a fist.
What do the auras of the people in the room tell me as I count 6 and there are 6 of us? So hopefully we can all get all 6 in one go.
The two scientists read as alternately calm or one is calm, the other is excited as they're observing what's going on. Both the guards all 4 of the guards are mixing between the sort of light green of not trusting the situation to the sort of dark blue and sort of shades of orange that indicate that they're not quite comfortable with what's about to be going on right now.
So yeah, 6 of us, 6 of them. I'm gonna go for this one of the guards. With the
Have
needle.
they, to be clear, have they noticed us?
One of the guards is beginning to turn around to greet the people that have walked into the door. The scientists seem to be wrapped up in what's going on, and the rest of the guards are focused on that person in the other room.
Does he seem to be turning around like, oh shit, there's someone I need to kill? Or is it potentially a, oh, others are here?
Yeah, it's more of a someone just walked in, and I need to make sure that I need to check on the people that are walking in on instinct.
Cool. So
It is not immediately aggressive.
So Nina turns to everybody, is like, so then Captain Marvel grabs is telling Nick to take the Tesseract. And Nick's like, no, I'm not touching that thing. And this whole thing's going on. And then the fucking cat jab.
Yeah,
And then the fucking cat.
needles and necks.
So both of you two roll me dexterity and medicine. They're surprised, so they get no defense.
And she will get as far like to the furthest one that she can walk to while she's doing this.
We all have needles, by the way. So
Yeah, can we all?
yeah, I'm going.
you can-
I'm going for the one that was turning, while
Yeah.
she's going for the farthest one.
And this is Dex medicine still, right?
Yep.
I believe we could all make that roll.
I will
Unless
spend
you don't
willpower
have dots in
because I
medicine, in
don't
which case
have-
you're fucked.
I am spending
Oh.
willpower because I don't have dots in medicine.
I don't have dots in medicine.
Me either. Here goes my willpower. Let's use it.
I will take it.
Does it automatically do the negative?
It automatically does the unskilled penalty. Yes.
Cool.
Success. That's all I needed. Hopefully.
Ooh,
Nope.
I got
All right.
2.
And at the same time she's doing that, she's pulling her gun.
Yeah. So the
Colleen needs to go too.
yeah, Colleen will do it as well. Let's see. She's also not skilled at medicine, so she's gonna try and spend the willpower on this. On 3 dice, she got 3 successes.
Good for her. Hmm.
It would have been a chance die if she hadn't spent a willpower. So there is one guard, the one that Astrid was going for, who manages to react in time as Astrid attempts to jab a needle into him, and he manages to turn and push the needle aside, and on instinct sort of just lowers his assault rifle and opens fire as he's going to attempt to shoot Astrid at point blank.
Awesome.
Does that mean Astrid gets her defense?
Yes. What is your defense?
2.
Everything was going well until the guard pulled the trigger.
I mean, it was
Does
about to
Astrid
not
wear any
start
armor?
going well regardless, but
She does. That's what I keep meaning to get for her. No, she doesn't have armor. I forget every time.
No.
Astrid is dead in 1 round.
Did you just kill me?
No, I did 0 damage on 10 dice.
Oh, good.
That's better than
I'm
doing
okay with this.
20 damage on 10 dice.
I mean, to be fair, I think most of us, even at a highly trained level, would be taken aback if 6 strangers walked in and just immediately sedated everybody in the room but us.
Stun baton. Like if there's one still up, stun baton.
All right. So yeah, he turns around and just kind of flails the bullpup assault rifle that he's got in his arms, and Astrid just kind of shoves it to the side, and it just fires off into the ceiling.
2 of us have stun batons. Let's apply them now.
All right, roll me
Yep.
dexterity and weaponry.
Okay.
So I'm assuming the people we jabbed are going down.
Yeah, they're all falling unconscious.
So
right now.
who else is in this room currently?
Just the guard. He's the
Just
only
the
one
one
who is
guard?
not who has not been sedated.
I
Spending the
have
willpower.
And just so I understand the layout a little bit better, one of the people in the room, at least one of the people in the room was the scientist, right?
There were 2 scientists, both of which have been sedated.
Okay.
Ooh, I got one.
So his size is definitely not 3. So he is unconscious.
Excellent.
Oh no, your average human size is I think
5.
7.
Oh, is it?
Or
Okay.
5,
alright.
sorry, 5.
Never
Five,
mind.
Average
Yeah,
human size is
he's on
5.
he's on a -4 for the turn. Then.
Right.
Yeah.
Heavily penalized, but not unconscious yet.
Just hold it there.
Anyone else doing anything of note this round?
Yeah, as you guys are stunning this poor bastard into unconsciousness, Nina puts on pulls out a pair of gloves, pulls them on, and is grabbing a gun from one of the guards that we
Mhm.
sedated.
And similarly, it's a generic 5.56 millimeter bullpup assault rifle with a hacked gun near sight.
Cool. She's shooting both the scientists in the head.
Bang bang.
Pop, pop.
I stop monsters.
Yeah, congratulations, you just did.
Nico, who also has a gun, is just gonna shoot this guard as well.
Yeah, Astrid was gonna hit him with the blunt side of her axe to try and knock him out.
The man is either unconscious or dead, but past this point.
he is certainly incapacitated.
Straighten the security guard tie. If it makes anyone feel any better, that one, I say, pointing to one of the dead scientists, was getting a almost erogenous effect from the torture of that man in the room.
I shoot him in the head again.
It's
Best make
already dead,
sure.
Nina.
Confined
Best make
spaces
sure.
and okay, fine.
And then I go and put the gun back in the
On the guard.
yeah, on the guard,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going over.
who is probably one of the sedated ones. So that'll be fun for them to figure out exactly what happened.
As you look around, Zero, the man who is strapped in, currently being tortured, is obviously bright red and orange. There's also a wrongness to his aura.
Don't release what as someone's going over to the computers. Don't touch the
That'd be
computers yet.
Nico.
Don't touch that dial.
That one, pointing at the person in the room, is supernatural in nature.
He's a chaos goblin.
Or a werewolf, a vampire, a changeling. Potentialities.
Or being turned into one.
Also
Hey,
potentially
we
that.
should-
Let's turn this
That
thing
sounds
off.
Unpleasant.
Well, just be aware. Do we have any documentation first? I say as I grab one of the the guard we knocked unconscious and hold his neck open for Astrid to plunge the sedative into.
I think he's dead, Zero.
Yeah,
He's
he was
unconscious.
also shot while you guys were studying him.
He's fine. Just shove the needle in.
Zero, he's dead.
Don't waste my shit, man.
If he's actually dead, then I wouldn't have done that. I thought he was just.
Yeah.
I thought we managed to knock
No,
him unconscious.
Nico did specify that he was going to shoot him.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Then.
Yeah. Go.
He shot him from behind, and like Zero is just sprayed with his blood. It's like, all right, sedate him.
The glasses, it's just everything.
Yeah.
Hey.
Everything is rose tinted now. Yes, we should potentially check and verify what that one in there is before we turn it off, in case it becomes worse when we turn it off.
I mean, we need to get the thing out of it, so we need to turn it off regardless.
We do, but do we turn it off before or after we shoot it?
All right, let me look. I'm going to go to the computer and look at readouts, print out something. Like, there's got to be something recording who this subject is and what he's being turned into,
Or what he was.
or what he was.
So one of the scientists had been writing down on a clipboard their notes on this experiment.
Hold on, I gotta get some brain off this. All right.
And it basically lists that test subject, and it's just a serial number, is reacting uniquely to the to exposure to the engine's effects of supernatural creatures exposed. This particular subject has been simultaneously restricted and racked with intense pain. Potential for use as radiation weapon to incapacitate similar creatures, to be studied further once we determine whether or not excessive exposure will be enough to prove fatal.
Doesn't say other than definitely a supernatural beforehand. It's a torture device, torture and murder device.
Yes, that much seems obvious. Just sort of looking through the glass at the creature, can I see any specific signs of what it might be?
You probably would normally, but
okay, we got to turn this off, and the only way we're going to know is by asking him.
Or he just goes into a berserker frenzy and tries to kill us.
Well, and it's a good thing that we have him behind a very secure door currently.
And a lightning cannon.
Also, there's
I'm more concerned about getting the red rock out of the.
All right, let's see if we can power it down from in here.
The computer console does seem to have controls for powering off the chaos engine.
All right, well, while you're making sounds, I'm going to go look at this computer.
You turn off the chaos engine.
Yes. Okay, good.
The spinning of the machine on the back end slows down. The glow dims from this malicious red. And so a couple things happen at roughly the same time.
Shit.
As the light dies down, the thrashing from the person in the restraints becomes less seizure-like and more violent.
Werewolf.
As this wall is soundproof one way, but you can then begin to hear the pain screams begin to turn to angry growls. As the restraints begin to break, and Zero, with the radiation gone, you can now see the raw fucking murder in this creature's aura.
Turn it back on, turn it back on, turn it back on.
As a werewolf begins to shift into Krynos.
Turn it back on.
Okay, fine, but we need to solve this.
I have no silver bullets.
We need a better answer than turn it. I'm turning it back on.
You try to turn it back on. While it has an emergency shutdown, startup takes time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes
that's
sense.
unfortunate.
And the
we
straps
a better
break.
Answer than that, anyways.
And the straps break as the figure begins to grow and sprout fur and elongate, and you have a very angry, black-furred werewolf on your hands.
Like just black-furred, or black-furred and particularly scary, beyond a typical Krynos.
Basically, how fucked up is this thing before it got exposed to huge amounts of chaos paradox?
It's
Oh God! If Project
It's a
Valkyrie
fucking
figured out a
black
way
spiral.
to get somebody to involuntarily walk the spiral, the worm is gonna be so happy.
the werewolf's not like obviously excessively mutated. Its fur is night black, with the probably single exception of the fact that it's there's a specific werewolf defect that I'm trying to recall.
As a scabrous high.
Hairless.
There's one about the eyes, and I can't remember.
Albino?
I mean, I would question why Project Valkyrie felt the need to dye its fur black.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
no.
I mean, you like just albinism in just the eyes.
Yeah. That is the cruelest Project Valkyrie team. Find albino werewolves and use chaos magic to turn them black furred, but keep them albino.
No, there's a specific Guru mutation that I'm trying to recall, but let me see if I can find. I need to look at the Metis breed so that I
was
can
gonna
find all the
say.
mutations.
So that thing's about to come through this window. Is there a door that goes out to that room where it was being kept?
It could be reinforced. Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I'm
find.
not even going to try that.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna. While it's getting angry, I'm just like, let's go back out that way and start heading towards the door.
Oh no, yeah, I was okay. Its eyes are red. That's the normal coloration for them.
Okay.
Start heading towards the door. Heading towards the door. Heading towards the door.
Nico-
You do see a pair of horns on it as it transforms.
Okay. Nico looks over at Colleen. How's that paradox level?
Still high, but receding.
So let's retreat to a
Okay.
different room while it takes its anger out on this one. Go.
Man, now I regret shooting those guys in the head.
As you
Imagine
begin
if they
to
woke up.
as you begin
Because
to
we're wearing guard uniforms.
I'm making sure to grab the stone.
Well, and we can't. We'd
I
have
was
to.
gonna say, I
We
think
can't,
the
it's in
stone
the
is on
room.
the.
Oh wait, is it? Oh, okay.
Stone's in the room with a
Gotcha.
werewolf.
I
Oh,
thought it was
great.
in. I thought the machine was in here for some reason. Okay,
We
never mind.
need to get out of this room. Let the werewolf work out some anger issues, and then once the werewolf decides to turn that anger elsewhere, we go in and get the stone.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
So never.
Look, running is the objective currently, so we're running right now. Running.
We'll give
so as you begin to run, the werewolf turns and just barrels through that one-way mirror as if it was barely even there.
Cool.
And
running.
you're running, and there's a werewolf right behind you.
I was gonna,
gonna say.
we're probably not as fast as a werewolf.
Does it stop? To,
And this is how William decides to end the campaign.
does it stop to eat the ones that we left behind?
No, it sees moving prey.
Damn it!
Right.
Oh, damn it, it's not in Worm Frenzy. Fuck! Wait. No, that would... Yeah, no, it's not in Worm's Frenzy, because, yeah.
What?
No, it's just really fucking pissed.
We run towards the other.
I would be
We
too.
run towards the other members of Project Valkyrie. They'll just see guards running away from a werewolf and help us. We let them die fighting the werewolf.
You're not wrong.
The problem is, it's faster than you and going to catch you before you hit the
I
intersection.
mean, yeah, but I'm making this up as I pee
I'm looking
myself.
for
Okay?
side doors.
You do see a couple of side project doors immediately on your side. Are you just going to dive through one of them?
She's just like, everybody fucking split up, and she's diving through one.
Yeah, like not the same one, but a different one.
Well, most of them are locked, so you're gonna have to grab those key cards.
I'm shooting the door, and I'm shooting the doorknob and bashing my
I'm
way
just
through.
gonna slide the. I'm just gonna unlock all the doors as I go past, so that everyone has a door
Okay.
they can get into.
Okay.
Several of you dive through different doors. Most of you
Oh
to
yeah.
most of you to startled reactions from the staff inside.
Boom, boom.
And the werewolf howls in fury, which then discards any questions that any of the staff have as to why you're diving through their door.
Yeah.
Hey, what the? Oh.
The werewolf shot him.
Yes, that's our story.
The werewolf shot them.
Are you just shooting the people that are in the room with you, Nina?
I mean, that was their instinct, yes, to be honest. She bursts through the door. She does not have time to explain this. There's going to be a lot of questions after the fact. Boom, boom.
Okay.
Unless there's like 5 guards or 5 people in the room. Then she's going to play werewolf.
I mean, there's around 4 people. There's 1 scientist and 3 guards.
Nope. She will be just like, werewolf. Werewolf loose. Werewolf chase me.
And yeah, as soon as the werewolf makes its presence known, there is no time to question whether or not you are actually official facility staff.
Glad you have the uniform now, don't you?
Yeah, the uniform helps. We're going to roll initiative, and we're going to hold on to that number for next week.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
Sweet.
Fucking 15. Hell yeah.
Oh, let's see.
10.
Here. I
8.
don't have a firearm. All
Poor
right.
Astrid always rolls shit initiative.
I really
Just-
do.
Just
In my in-person game, I roll amazing initiative.
7.
Also, in your in-person game, you have a
8.
much higher dexterity.
That is true.
7 with a dexterity and composure combined of 6.
Nice.
nice.
Go ahead and add your initiatives to your characters.
Nikolai, better part of valor, Dalka up here.
Just the it's just like as we're all like diving into different doors, like it's just a freeze frame as the werewolf's like partially out the other door behind us, and just yep, that's me. I'm not sure wondering how I got into this situation.
Yes.
Perfect. Record scratch.
Once everyone has their initiative recorded, that is where we will end for the week.
All right, say
So
goodbye,
you're
everybody.
saying that if I don't record my initiative, that's going to sit here the whole time.
No.
If you don't record your initiative, you're not going to have a turn when the werewolf decides it's going to murder you.
But we will be sitting here the whole time is what I think the important part.
Goodbye.